Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we're going to go ahead and do another collective love reading. This is going to be for whoever it's for. So as usual, whoever's going to resonate with this reading. If you find this reading randomly, if it pops up for you, or if you feel drawn to the title, then it could be for you. But please just use your intuition. Just take what's going to resonate. Not every reading will connect or resonate, so no worries if it doesn't. If you are new here, I do have other collective readings that I've done, which could resonate more with you if this one doesn't. And also, if you're new, we have our big bowl, a big bowl of first names, countries, cities, other locations, life path numbers, zodiac signs, occupations, and more to get some specific details for specific people. So let's go ahead and see what comes up here today. I trust that if this reading is meant to find you, then it will. They are also timeless, so whenever you find it is the right time for you. And we're just going to set the intention here with Spirit that this reading will pick up on a specific group of people who need to hear between you and a person who's connected to your energy. And what is the specific love story here with this? So if you do resonate with the reading, there also will be an extended reading, and you can find the link for that down below in the description box, and we will go much deeper over there, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the reading, kind of what we're going to clarify depending on what comes up in this reading. But whatever you will need to hear will come up here in this reading, but if you want to go a level deeper and you think that this is your story, then you are welcome to join over there in the extended. Okay, so let's get into it here. So Spirit, tune us in today for a specific group of people that need to hear what is the energy between them and a person who's connected to them. What is the situation today? What is the storyline coming up here for the viewers of this reading and the person who is coming up as being connected to them? So we ask for as much detail as possible so that the viewer will know if this reading is meant for them. We ask for details of the highest and greatest good, please, Spirit, for this reading. Thank you for the messages. Okay, so let's see. We have the Eight of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords. I think that's swords, spears, or I think that might be the Ten of Pentacles. I'll look at the end here, or in a second. Three of Cups. I think it's actually the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. The Star. And the King of Wands. I just saw, and this came up also for a reading I did, but it was a while ago. The red string of fate around somebody could wear like a red bracelet here. King of Wands, we have fire energy, or there's something fated about something here. I'm not sure yet, but maybe something coming in, or this connection possibly. We have the Nine of Swords also at the bottom of the deck here. I'm hearing jumping to conclusions. Okay, so somebody here could be jumping to conclusions about a particular situation right now that is going on. Let's see, the connection between the two of you is coming up as the moon. I'm getting this energy here where it feels like there's someone who either is kind of having a difficult time doing the inner work on themselves. It's almost like they're showing me with the Eight of Swords too up here in the moon. There's kind of a feeling of one or both of you, I don't know who this is just yet or how this connects, but there's a feeling of like a lot of pent up kind of emotions within. I'm also seeing a lot of, with the Nine of Swords here, somebody here could be doing a lot of like typing or writing or in a diary. That could be you or them. Or there's a need to kind of get a lot of things off the chest here when it comes to this situation, when it comes to this connection. And I feel like with the moon coming up as the connecting energy between the two of you, I'm hearing it's something like it's too precious to lose. It's too precious to lose. This really feels like something where there's a lot of fear that someone has been experiencing, a lot of fear about this connection. And I feel like, again, I'm getting somebody with the, because I'm using this all black deck here too, somebody who has been kind of in the dark, someone who has been really kind of forced to make changes within themselves. So depending on who this is to you, if it's a new person or someone who you're just connected to in spirit, it's like, I feel like with the Eight of Swords here and the Nine of Swords, again, there's a lot of like having to push past or push beyond a lot of fears or a lot of worries here. And I'm hearing a lot of it is doubt, to doubt about this connection or doubt about whether this could work or not. There's something like that coming up here. And I'm hearing that there has been a lot of delays. So this may be something to where you've been experiencing a lot of delays with this individual, or because you're coming up here too, the viewer, you're coming up as a Nine of Wands. So let me see. They're coming up as the Knight of Cups, and their thoughts and their feelings about you is the Three of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, this could be somebody who has been wanting to return to you to let you know something. I'm hearing keeping you at arm's distance. So this person could be keeping you at arm's distance. Again, with the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords, there's someone here who's been keeping you at arm's distance, or the two of you have been doing this to each other with the moon. And I feel like maybe this is a connection I'm getting to where the person who is coming up here could be a little bit more on the immature side. This could be someone who either acts immature, or they, you know, there's something that they need some growth within them here. What are they thinking and feeling about you? Three of Cups. Let's get some clarification. It's like I'm being shown somebody who has like a contract in front of them and they need to sign it, but they don't want to sign it. So I don't know if that means something for someone, if this is like a, you know, I don't know what that is, maybe like a divorce, or it could be that this is something about signing a contract in terms of getting on board with this connection, just metaphorically speaking. There's just something about a hesitation here to sign some type of contract for somebody. let me see. Who is this? Let me see. What is this person thinking and feeling about you? Three of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who has been wanting to revisit you. So for many of you, this is probably a bit of a separation here. And I'm getting somebody who has been really thinking about visiting you in person, or they've been thinking about popping back up into your life or popping back up into your energy. And I feel like there's something here about, again, like a lot of toxicity I'm hearing, a lot of, I don't know, I want to get more into this reading to see where that's coming from. Yeah, we have hurt and we have messages at the bottom. It's like, I don't know if this is somebody who has a lot going on in their life. It's like I'm seeing somebody who's letting their life kind of ramble on aimlessly. They're not really taking a lot of control of their life, or let me see. Let's actually look first at the connection itself so we can kind of see a little bit more how you'll know if this is for you. What is the current status of this connection between the two of you? Yeah, they're showing me again with the different pages, and this may not be permanent, but right now what I'm picking up on, they're kind of showing me like the 1111 or two kind of pillars of light, but they look like they're darkened. They look like they don't have a lot of light in them. So this is something with the moon where this is kind of more of a bit of a shadow connection, or this is a connection where somebody, if not both of you maybe, have been working through a lot of shadows within yourself recently. And you might kind of be on different pages at the moment in terms of what you're kind of both looking for. And this, if you're together or you're talking, this could be causing a lot of challenges between the two of you. And I'm getting it's a lot to do with communication, and that could be how you'll know who this is. They may have a really hard time communicating to you, or they're very inconsistent with communication. And I'm seeing again with that like contract energy, that's probably only for a few of you, but if they have to sign something to be with you, or if the two of you are trying to work on something together, or you're trying to, I don't know what that is, sign something together, that's just for somebody. There could be a lot of inconsistency with this person actually wanting to do that, or they feel it's like this is somebody who's been spending, they prefer to kind of be on their own. With the 9 of Swords here and the 8 of Swords, they have pushed you further away, or they've been pushing you far away. And it feels like that's a lot of what this is here. Difficulty with communication, or with even if this is somebody who you have not spoken to in a while, it's like this is somebody who's been feeling like it's very challenging with their ability to communicate with you. And so where's the connection between the two of you right now? So that just flew out. That's too many cards. I'm not going to take all of those. Some of you could find a piece of information out about this person, or you already have, or you're going to. With the intuition here and the moon, it is really important for you to listen to what you're feeling intuitively about this connection. Let me see, where is the connection between the two of you currently? For most of you, this is probably a bit of a separation here, a lost love, okay? And with the waiting game too, you're both either waiting for each other. There's a lot of, I'm hearing cycles that need to close. So again, I'm kind of getting two different things with this. When I picked up on that King of Wands right in the beginning of the reading, I want to confirm as we go, because usually that's when I get more information. But for some of you, either one of two scenarios I'm picking up on. You could actually be kind of destined in a way to meet somebody with this King of Wands who is someone who has been very tied at a soul level that you've almost been waiting to collide with. And this could be a new sacred union that is coming together with a new person for some of you. For others of you, this is something where especially if it is something about a divorce or a marriage, or even if not, it's like this connection between you and this person feels right now kind of like it's not going anywhere, or it's not working, or there's a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties. This is a lost love here, the one that got away kind of thing for a lot of you. But it could be moving towards a bit more of a sacred union in the future. But I'm getting right now, again, the way that you'll kind of know about this connection, because there's no communication, or there's a very challenged communication. It's almost like I'm seeing a telephone line here that is burned in the middle, or it's not able to connect fully with the moon, and the moon being very mysterious. This may connect to the last reading I did too a little bit, but it feels like this is a connection that it's very complex and complicated. It's not very clear about this connection. Something about it is not clear. I don't know why, but something about it is not clear to you, or something about it is not making sense. Connection between the two of you currently. It's almost like I'm getting so much hanging on. So again, that's how you'll kind of know who this is, because you've been hanging on to this connection, or they've been hanging on to you, or both. I'm going to look at them here in a minute, but it's like there's a lot of like hanging on to a thread, or hanging on to what could be, or what's going to happen, and not kind of letting it go. And the moon is like that deeply ingrained kind of connection, which has been coming up recently too. But for this reading in particular, it feels kind of like some of you could also be getting signs from birds, ravens I'm getting, or birds, spirit animal messages, or even just spirit guides that are sending you messages. There's something strongly about your intuition which is sending you certain messages, or you will soon receive a message somehow through spirit, or through maybe a person, or something will kind of give you more of an answer to this connection here between the two of you. And you need to listen to that. I'm getting this is definitely a connection where there are two different pathways, or multiple pathways. And that's why I'm seeing that for a lot of you, either you're currently kind of together, or you're currently exploring things, and you're finding that like, you know, is this really going to work? Because you're moving down that pathway, or I'm moving down this pathway. And there's maybe a kind of a challenge when it comes to you both uniting together, or being on the same path. Or this could be somebody who you've been in separation with, and it's kind of like a feeling where, again, it could be like a lost love here, and the connection between you both feels like it's not aligned on the same path. You could be taking, like, living in two parallel different kind of realities almost in a way. And I feel like this is, I'm hearing part of the plan. So whatever's happening here, I think what Spirit wants the viewer to know, whatever's happening in this situation, regardless of, you know, where you are in this and which one you resonate with, a lot of what's happening in your love life in general is perfectly aligned to what was meant to happen. So like I said, with the King of Wands, either because you're meant to align with something else, or because this, whatever is happening currently is kind of cryptic right now between the two of you, but it is happening for a reason. So we have the situation is not over, even if it appears to be. Pieces of the story will remain unfinished and will be revisited at a later date. Yeah. So that confirms for a lot of you that situation with the Nine of Swords. This feels kind of like on pins and needles. You know, maybe you've been kind of on pins and needles waiting for some form of information about this, or this connection on a soul level with the moon has been very much up in the air and waiting. And Spirit's wanting you to know that this connection is not over, because I feel like there's something more that has to happen between the two of you to kind of rebalance the scales in a way. There's a lot of hurt here. Two people the two of you, I'm going to look again at them in a second here, are very hurt. There's a lot of pain here, a lot of mental anguish, a lot of hurt. So again, that could be how you'll kind of identify who they are, because you've been feeling very hurt over this. They've been feeling very hurt over this. And I'm getting a message here for those of you who are very intuitive. I'm hearing Spirit wants you to cloak your crown chakra, or to put something over your crown chakra, in terms of like, you know, it could be a hat or something, or just energetically close your crown chakra. That's just for somebody, because it feels like there's a lot of information flooding in, especially if you find that it's a bit overwhelming, or you're feeling with the Nine of Swords, too much information, or maybe too much kind of anxiety is coming up about this person. It is unfinished. There will be something more that will happen. So if you're wondering if it's over, I don't think it's over. There's something more that will develop or needs to develop, but they do want you to be careful about how much you're kind of letting out, or how much you're absorbing about the situation. And then we have here, yes, divine timing is at work in your situation. Focus on yourself, find things that bring you joy, and live your best life. In the meantime, time will fly. I'm hearing, yeah, something about putting your eggs into the basket. So maybe opening your horizons a bit here. And then we have the initial meeting with this person was explosive, electric, and soul quenching. You have forever been changed by this interaction, and they have felt it too. And I'm getting this is something, again, they're kind of showing me somebody climbing the walls, almost like in some type of anguish or despair, or so this may be something where there was a lot of energy that was exchanged between the two of you, whether it's recent or it's somebody from the past. This was something that felt very kind of electric between the two of you. And I'm hearing that you could have met this person at a time where it kind of was not the right time. And so it made a lot of things come to the surface, or a lot of challenges came up to the surface because of the timing that this connection kind of what happened here. So let's go ahead and see what is this person who is connected to you? What are they thinking and feeling about you with the Three of Cups? Yeah, this is pretty much identical, actually, or not identical, but very similar to the reading I just did. So this is somebody who's keeping a lot to themselves here. I feel like in terms of how they feel about you, I feel like, let me see, what's going through their mind and heart about you? Some of them feel like you have put the cold shoulder up towards them, okay? Or that could be vice versa. Maybe they did that to you. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody live their own life in, again, like another reality kind of, and they are just doing what they need to do. I'm seeing somebody could spend time alone, or they're like on a porch swinging, or just kind of like being alone right now. And I feel like they feel that they can't really be with you, or they can't really say something right now to you. Again, there's no contact here for the majority of you, or there's not a whole lot of kind of productive communication between you both. It feels like this person has been actively trying to push themselves away from this, or they have been needing to, depends. For some of you, they've been trying to push themselves kind of away from this. But others of you, I'm kind of getting that they're trying to find kind of the meaning of this. They're trying to find the silver lining, I'm hearing, in the situation. So maybe they're trying to, I don't know, somehow they're trying to figure out, what are they thinking and feeling about you? Three of Cups. What's going through their mind and their heart about you? This person could have a mustache. We have alone. Yeah, I was seeing somebody alone, like on a swing. So they could be spending a lot of time alone. I feel like this person is refusing almost in a way to take action. So it's like a little bit of maybe like holding back out of pride as well. We have I'm sorry and I reach out. See, they are wanting to kind of reach out. Again, I'm seeing this person thinks about you a lot when they're alone. So even if it's been kind of with the moon here, again, this is something that this is not over between the two of you. This is something that may have felt over, or, you know, you kind of may have had an argument or something and there's a cold shoulder here, and it may have felt like it was not going to come back together, or that you were not going to talk about things again, but that's not the case. And I'm getting that this person has been really kind of wanting to, again, reach out to you, or really wanting to apologize to you about something, but they've been not wanting to do so, or they've been kind of stubborn with this here. So we have not over again. We have there's still hope, and we have not over. I'm hearing that song, Best I Ever Had. So they could see you like that, like you're the best they ever had in multiple ways maybe, but it's like they're really thinking about you in that way. And I feel like with that silver lining, like I said, there's still hope. This person is seeing that there's still hope here. I'm just getting this as somebody who has been needing time to process something. They've been needing time alone. I'm seeing somebody who really has been spending a lot of time alone. Like they may have been needing to even like recharge to themselves. They could just be that type of person that needs time alone. Or just recently they've really had to take this time alone. I'm almost seeing somebody go on like a retreat, or go to like a cabin in the woods and just not really talk to anybody. I'm seeing a lot of like sleeping or laying down energy. So they definitely have been feeling that. It's like I'm getting this as somebody who feels like they don't want to disturb the peace kind of thing. Let me see, what else about their thoughts and feelings about you? Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. What are they truly thinking and feeling about you? Three of Cups. I'm seeing somebody for specific. I'm seeing someone mail, like with a stamp on it, mail an envelope. I don't know if they're mailing you a handwritten letter, or if you are traveling and they're mailing you a postcard or something. I don't know what that is, but I'm seeing something to where they've been wanting to send you like a letter, or something about distance though. What's going through their mind and their heart about you? This person feels really excited at the idea of you. I'm getting there's a lot of nervousness, a lot of like the heart beating. So if you see them again, or you will see them again, or just the idea that they have about like speaking to you again, almost like makes their heart start beating, and they may feel nervous here. The Hanged Man, again, they're really like in their own zone here. They're really alone. With the Fool and the Seven of Pentacles, see, they're considering taking some type of leap towards you here, and they would really need to say goodbye to something else, okay? I'm getting that they would need to sort of, again, maybe sign something and say goodbye to something else, or they would just need to, for a lot of you, this is like it has not finished between the two of you. Like I said, it's almost like a project that you start on a home where you paint one house, but you paint one room in the house, but you have to continue to paint the whole house. And it's like they left after only painting 1 or 2 rooms out of 5 rooms. And so they feel like that when it comes to you, like they know that this is unfinished. They know that this connection has more to go, or they know that they have to kind of finish what was started. And with the Fool being here, I don't know why I'm hearing the song, The Electric Slide. That could mean something to you, but they really feel, I don't know why it's kind of like hard to get into their energy here. So what are their intentions with you? Let's see. What does this person want with you? Leo. This person definitely could have Leo in their charts. This person sees you as a muse. They feel really, really inspired by you. So maybe you're doing something here that inspires them, or when they think about you, it's like they do feel, again, like kind of that reference of like the painting the house. They want to finish what you started together, or they want to take this further. And it's like I feel this person is been considering going back and forth in their mind about like maybe practical matters that they have to deal with here with the root chakra. And they've been thinking about how they want to really build something more solid, something better. And I'm getting that they want it, I'm hearing it to be believable for some reason. I don't know what that means. They want it to be believable, or they want to... For some of you specifically, this is not going to be for everybody, but for some of you, there's something I'm getting about, like, especially if this is maybe like a new person who you have never met. Even for some people, it's only going to be for a few people. They may wonder, like, if you are really who you say that you are. There's just something I'm hearing with the door to romance about them having to really consider if taking this really big leap of faith is worth it or will be worth it. They're kind of afraid, again, anxiety here, of what would happen if they were to do it. So they've been going back and forth in their mind about this. And this person could be really trying to kind of calm themselves here. Again, fire sign, King of Wands, could be a Leo. What do they want with you? What are their intentions with you? Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, yeah, I will say this person has a lot to balance within themselves, and that's kind of why it's hard to pick up on their energy, because they're coming up here in this reading, but they have a lot to work on. And it's almost like what I'm getting is this could be somebody who wants to revisit things just to kind of see that you're still there, or just to have like a brief conversation. They could even, I will look more again in the extended at them and what they're going to do, what their intentions are a little bit deeper. But it's almost like something to where with the Three of Cups, what they kind of want with you is something small. I don't know, it could be a little bit of breadcrumbing, but I don't know if it's really that far to that extent. But it's almost like a sense of they want to revisit this with you while still working on other things, or they want to revisit this while still not being sure if they can kind of move it forward completely. And so that's kind of what's going through their mind here, and why they could be holding themselves back when it comes to you. I'm hearing that the two of you could have different ways of communicating in terms of, like, again, there's something about communication here, challenges with communication, or you don't communicate well, or they know that there's a lot to work on when it comes to communication. I think this person is someone who definitely has a lot of like maturity to do, with this card hiding out too. Runner, not ready to talk. That's the thing. It's like they're coming up in the reading to indicate, or Spirit wants you to know that there's something more to occur in this connection. It's not over. And maybe you've been wondering about that, or maybe that's been kind of on your mind here. But I feel like they are holding on to this kind of ball almost as much as they can, because they How are they coming up overall with the Knight of Cups? How is this person coming through overall with the Knight of Cups? Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who actually has this pattern in other relationships, or they have this pattern going on right now with many different things, to where they may be somebody who is very avoidant, and they are kind of, they don't want excess responsibility, I'm hearing. They don't want to have too much on their plate, or they don't want to have too much responsibility. So they could kind of begin to run away almost when things get too close or things get too difficult. And they could have that pattern when it comes to other relationships as well, or other things in general for them. And so I feel like they are somebody who is aware of this, though. I mean, I do think this person could be self-aware that they have things to work on within themselves, and they are currently at a point where they need to decide between being alone, or being kind of like a bachelor or bachelorette, and being in a commitment, or opening up this door of romance. And like I said, for some of you, it could be something new, okay, or to reopen things after a time, maybe that this has gone on. And they're kind of lingering at that current thought or that current idea. Somebody could smoke a cigar, or they could like to smoke cigars. How are they showing up? Knight of Cups. Who is this person overall? I definitely think this is somebody who shows a different side to other people. They kind of show a different side of themselves, and they don't really, maybe they're not really being totally real with you, or able to be vulnerable. I just basically feel like this is somebody who doesn't know that they can give you their full attention. So it's like a sideline type of energy. And you are coming up here as the goddess. So they could view you as the goddess here. And I think that this could be a connection with the King of Wands here too. This is somebody who you definitely have been meant to teach each other. Again, this is very similar to the readings that I've done, especially the last one. I think it said the title was They Can't Stop Thinking About You or something. It's kind of similar. I think it's the same person maybe, or the same group of people, but not for everybody. But this definitely feels like a connection that, you've had to also be really strong in kind of moving forward with your own life, but you've also been very much of a light to this person. And it's almost like in soul, you are the yin to the yang, and vice versa. But they have been like really feeling that when it comes to you, especially, you kind of outshine the other people that they have dated, or you could outshine others in many different ways, where it almost makes them like have moments of this door to romance, like to where they want, with the Fool, to take that leap of faith. They don't want to let this go. And I think I said something earlier too about that. I can't recall, but it's like they don't want to see this connection kind of just move forward or move on without ever giving it a chance. They want to be able to paint those rooms, they want to be able to have an opportunity to do that. But it's like right now they're kind of, it's like the ocean, the ebb and flow of the tides of the ocean. There's not a whole lot of like action or movement right now on this person's part. And like Spirit had said here with the message about this is not over, and we had something else here too, the different pages and intuition. Right now, whoever this person is, you're not on the same page at the moment. You have differences in the way that you communicate. You have differences in the way that you're kind of living your life maybe. And it feels like this is where you have, see, it says here too, a misunderstanding, unsent messages. Two people are not on the same page. And I think that the big reason for this is it's because of this, with that you're meant to be on this place that you're at right now between the two of you. But what came up in the reading was to kind of confirm for you that it's not over. This person, you could be a star seed for some of you, and it's almost like this person has been denying their spiritual growth in a lot of ways. They haven't been really taking that seriously. How are they showing up here with the Knight of Cups? This person, for those of you who have history with them, they are really afraid that you and them together would pour salt on the wounds again. Okay, or if it is a new person, they're afraid that like a lot of the old energies will come up to the surface by being with you. And so they have this like really hesitation about them to where they're super afraid to like take that plunge. But then they're kind of going back and forth in their mind about like, well, if I can't take that full leap of faith towards you, but I still want you to know that I'm still thinking about it, or I'm still here. And so they're trying to kind of come to terms with that idea of how to make it something that's not serious, but also make you kind of aware that they're still thinking about you, if that makes sense. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. Somebody could live near Disneyland, I'm hearing, or Disney World, or you could have gone there or visited there. We have quite the pair. Yeah, this is a connection, like that card said too, when you really met for the first time, it's very explosive between the two of you. Like there's something about when you're together, your hearts beat, or there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of electricity between the two of you, and it feels like something where you are the yin to their yang and the yang to the yin. It's vice versa. You both kind of mesh well together with this these two people here. But it feels like this person is somebody who really has to understand that they're coming from, it's almost like, you know, you just want them to be vulnerable. You just want them to be themselves. You just want them to be open with you. And you would be happy. It's like, that's what you want, because you are coming up as somebody who's maybe a little bit more evolved, or with the Nine of Wands, you're kind of hanging in there. It's like both of you are really hanging on to this connection. You have not let it go. But the way that you want them to show up is as themselves, but they don't understand that because they're not at that space of being, you know, truly evolved at that level. So they almost kind of feel like you want them, you want kind of the false version of them, or they're not really putting it together, or they're trying to, I guess, but it's just like somebody who is operating from a space of like lack and being someone who is not their true self, and they're putting on a show maybe, or they're used to that kind of energy. And that's what's really causing the mismatch between the two of you. So to kind of put the whole thing together with the moon here, this connection is one that has this potential for you both to balance each other out really beautifully. But it's something to where this is someone who has a bit of this emotional unavailability to them, or they just have a feeling of like they need to grow more within themselves. There's too much anxiety within them. There's too much fear-based thoughts within them. They could even feel restricted by their kind of environment or by certain things that are around them. They haven't really claimed their power as a person, you know, and so that's what's causing the different pages between the two of you. And it could be very confusing for you, because when you're together, or when you met, you know, if it's a newer person, or when you think back to the connection, it's like you feel like the two of you really got each other so well. Like you have this connection that's very unique and different, and nobody really understands it. And that's why the moon comes up here, because it's a connection that is meant to be very unique and different. And the reason that it feels confusing is because of this person's they're kind of at a knight, you know, they're not coming up as a King of Cups. I'm going to look at the outcome here, but it's just like the way that you both, again, communicate, or the way that you're in certain like frequency or vibration is not aligned at the moment. And it's something that will, at some point, you're going to receive more information about. Either, yes, this can come into alignment because they're going to do the work on themselves, or you're going to come to a realization there's going to be some piece of the puzzle that will be revealed about maybe how, you know, you can't hold on to one branch in this connection, but you have to kind of let it go. But I'm going to look here at the outcome. But it's just a situation that's kind of unfortunate, because it just feels like two people like that who are hanging on. You're both holding on to this connection. You're both kind of like holding on to the last thread, if it's been a long connection, or even if it's just been like a new person the confusion comes in with that because it feels like this is unfinished business. And with the ancestors coming up here, I'm feeling like there's a lot of ancestors around this person, but I'm also getting this could be something where there's either family involved here, family approval, or because that came up when I mentioned about pouring salt in the wound. So there's maybe some type of healing within the family that they have to go through, or you or both of you, that has been repetitive or repeating for them. It's like I feel this person sees you as out of their league, I'm hearing. They see you as somebody who is, again, like coming up as a goddess, and it's like they don't know that they can kind of match your level. And again, that's not really kind of what you view it as, I feel. I mean, if you're someone who's coming up as being evolved, you are seeing them at a soul level and not kind of what they are. You know, you understand that there is more to this connection. Rethinking it. So taking time to reflect, a break in the relationship, reevaluating, needing alone time. Is one truly happy? Would rather be single? So again, this is somebody who does spend a lot of time alone. I'm going to get one last card here to confirm, and then we're going to pull from the bowl and then look at the outcome. I just want to see, and again, in the extended, we're going to look more at this person's feelings, but I just want to see why they're coming up in the reading. Actually, let's combine it with the outcome then. What is the outcome of this connection? What does this person kind of want with you? Where the two of you are going to go in this connection? I'm hearing star-crossed lovers. So yeah, some of you could resonate with that idea of star-crossed lovers. I think I'll use my star-crossed lovers oracle in the extended reading. What is the outcome between the two of you? What is this coming up for today in this reading? The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, Four of Swords at the bottom. I'm hearing that song. I think it's by James Blunt. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Something about, but I'll never see you again. Yeah, there's a feeling really of that kind of energy. Even if, you know, that song doesn't resonate with you, there's something about kind of, will you see each other again? You know, can we revisit this again? There's like that kind of yearning almost in a way, or desiring this. Somebody could live in Denver, Colorado. Or there's a traveling here to Denver for somebody. Yeah, this connection is moving very slowly. Okay, they're showing me like a snail. And with the fate here, like I said in the very beginning, with the red string of fate, this is something that I feel is very much aligned with divine timing. We had that card earlier too. This is not something that I feel you can really manage or to control. This feels like there's a lot of fated events that are going to unravel in your life and this connection in the future, and even possibly with new connections or new people that you're meant to encounter or come together with here. Some of you could meet somebody in Denver. That's just for someone like a serendipitous meeting, or you'll run into somebody in that area. But it feels like this is really the outcome between the two of you. Why are they coming up here? What is the purpose of them coming up in the reading? What's going to happen between you both? Some of you, this is possibly a phone call that is impending, a phone call that will come in here about this person or this connection. But it almost feels like something where it's almost like, how to put that into words? Like, let's say there's, because I think this person wants to reach out. You know, yeah, there's unspoken feelings here. I think for a lot of you, there will be some phone call or action with the Page of Wands. Maybe again, like a meeting that you'll have, but it's almost like, I'll try to put this into words the best way I can, but it's kind of like you reconnect and here you are, you're reconnecting. And then something else happens after that one reconnection to where it puts you both on a different path again, or you grow further than them and then you reconnect again, and then the same thing happens to where it's always pushed back. It's kind of like it's always here and then it's there and it's there. It's almost like trying to catch up. Like maybe they're trying to catch up to you, or on a soul level, you're trying to catch up to each other somehow. And it feels like something that keeps being pushed kind of further and further, which is where Spirit's saying this connection with the fate is really meant to, it really has to kind of, it's whatever is going on, it is meant to be this way. And with the phone call here, unspoken feelings, I do think that when you do hear from them, because for a lot of you, there will be some type of meeting here, there's a lot more that they would want to tell you at that time, or there's a lot more that they're going to want to say to you. And I feel like I'm hearing, are we clear? Forgiven. So there could even be somebody who's going to say that. Are we clear? Or do you forgive me? Are we okay? Are we friends? Something like that I'm getting here, to where maybe there's a feeling of that. Like, can we get to the point of at least being friends? Or can we get to the point of being okay with each other? That's what I'm getting here. And I'm hearing that a lot of you will also hear a message from them to confirm that they have not forgotten about you. So whether, again, it's a new person and you thought that, like, you know, maybe they've forgotten about you because of their actions, something's going to come through that's going to give you information that they have not actually forgotten about you. But it feels like something, again, with the Queen of Cups here, you are coming up as somebody who is very emotionally in tune, very intuitive, and they are coming up as somebody who is kind of a little bit behind you in terms of the steps that they're taking. And so I feel like this is something that this feels really frustrating. It feels like an on and off kind of thing. It feels like this will remain kind of a bit of an on and off type of thing. Again, we'll look more, but it feels like it's kind of a sense with the Nine of Wands, the goddess, where it's like, can we just do it or not? Can we just get there or not? And I think that's why this connection is being highlighted by the moon, because there's so much of that kind of unspoken element or unknown element of this connection, which feels like it's really sometimes very frustrating, that you think that you kind of move forward and then it kind of backpedals again. But for those of you who are going to reconnect after a while, there is still going to be that kind of connection between you. There's still going to be like a lot of spark between the two of you. Okay, we have your angels surround you to lift your spirits. If you've been feeling down about a situation, know that it will soon pass as you move through this time of transformation and healing. I'm hearing something like some of you may feel kind of stupid, I'm hearing, or you may feel like it's dumb to think about this, or you feel kind of like a foolish for some reason. And I'm just getting that Spirit does want you to know that what you're feeling is valid and real. They're watching, your guides are watching this person closely to see kind of what they're going to do. They're viewing this from a larger perspective, of course, than you can. And so they see things that you cannot see. And they're watching this and they're kind of closely monitoring this kind of. And then I'm getting here again, like I said in the beginning, there's a certain person in soul who is waiting to cross paths with you. The meeting with this person will occur when both of you are ready and have released old energies. So I don't know if that's the same person or a new person. Again, I'm picking up on somebody here could have like a bit more of a immaturity to them. They could be somebody who wants to kind of impress you, or somebody who's wants to make other people laugh, or kind of is known to be funny, but they don't really, like, they have a hard time with the maturity aspect of the connection here. This person is igniting the flame that has been dormant within your soul, and you are doing the same for them. This is a creative, soul-warming connection with long-term potential. So we're going to look a little bit more in the extended, because I kind of think some of you could have two people or two different options here. But it also could be that this will be somebody with the King of Wands, the Page of Wands. Could be the same person who, you know, again, maybe you're kind of meant to... it's meant to come together in some type of way to forgive and to kind of ignite something, reignite something again with you. But again, Spirit's saying that you're protected. There's a lot of angelic and spiritual protection around you right now that I feel you may not be able to see, okay? And for some of you, it's coming from maybe this person over here. I'm hearing the word jealousy too. So there could even be something about jealousy around the connection. Or so forgiveness has come up twice. So some of you may even forgive this person, and then you know, I don't know. We'll look, so in the extended, we're going to look at more about their feelings. We're going to look deeper into their intentions with you, why they're coming up here, their actions, message cards that they want to say to you, and then also a little bit more about the outcome. But I'm just going to do one draw in a minute. I'm just going to finish with the message cards from them, and then we'll do one draw today from the Bull, because I felt like I needed to keep talking before doing that. So what would this person say to you? And again, I think this is somebody who is certain about you. They've known that they're certain about how they feel about you. But again, with the spiritual card, with the Moon, I don't know why my voice just got lost there for a second. There could be a lot of like, maybe with the certainty, they don't know how to say that to you. With the spiritual, again, I think that a lot of you, this is somebody who it's almost like in the highest version of them, you would both be very compatible, or you both would be like very much together. But you being someone who is more spiritually evolved than them has been complicating the growth of kind of what they're capable of meeting you on that level with. And that's probably what I said when it comes to you're here and then here, and you're kind of being pushed further and further down. But I mean, this is definitely somebody who is aware of their feelings towards you. Some of you could have a special connection to Archangel Michael, and he's coming up as being one of the angels that are very much around you to protect you. But I'm getting that, yeah, this person wants to tell you that they are very sure about you in terms of how they feel. They may have some drama around them, or they don't want to complicate any drama between the two of you. You know, because the Moon can also be a card of illusion. It can be kind of like things are not very clear. And so I feel like this is somebody who for some of you, they could want to call you late at night, or they're going to send you a message late at night when they don't feel somehow affected by their environment, maybe. I've been admiring you from afar. This person could wear a watch, or there's something about a watch that they look at their watch a lot, or I don't know. It's like you really scare them because you are the mirror to them, or you have a lot of qualities that they have. And it like makes them afraid because they don't understand why there's like this connection between you both. And it's almost like something that's, they catch themselves before they get too deep in their thoughts about you, or they catch themselves before they would consider going into something more serious with you. They kind of, they keep things surface level. They want to keep things below the surface. And that's kind of the theme of the whole reading, is that frustration about like knowing that if the two of you could go deeper than that, then you have this like soul connection, but they can only currently be at a certain point that is not maybe what you're looking for. And that's where the different pages comes in to makes it very frustrating between you both. They're also really concerned about other people's opinions here. Okay, the opinions of other people are causing confusion. This person is like going through a meltdown, I'm hearing. They have a lot of drama around them, or they just have a lot of accumulation of energy around them in terms of like other people's opinions, society. It's almost like they're kind of, they're a very clouded person. Again, this person has not been at the level that, maybe you are aware of in terms of healing yourself or disconnecting from kind of, societal expectations. They're not at that place. And I think that with the ancestors here too, this person definitely could come from a family that is very similar in that way, or they were taught certain things like that they have not been able to stray from. And it's like this is really causing them to feel almost like it's like their soul, their kind of aura needs to go through a deep cleanse to kind of get rid of a lot of anxiety that's pressured and kind of weighing on them. And that's why when they're alone, they do think about you, but it's like to the other, they just have, again, a lot of work to do in themselves. And so as much as they think about just picking up the phone, they want to just test the waters. They want to reach out to you spontaneously. And they might, for a lot of you, with the phone call. And again, it could confirm for you that they do still think about you a lot. There's still this connection between the two of you. But I don't know, in terms of what's after that, we'll look at it. But it's kind of remaining to be unknown here, because it feels like they are not ready to be at that level that you are currently at. I'm getting for some of them, they just want to kiss you, I'm hearing, or hug you, or something about intimacy here too, but maybe not like, it could just be like being close to you or giving you a kiss, something about just, again, like revisiting this and kind of being able to be in your presence again, and then kind of maybe not knowing how to go further than that point. And so they just want to come in for like a quick visit sort of thing, is the feeling overall that I'm picking up on. Yes, we have doorstep. Again, I'm thinking about showing up and surprising you. They definitely could show up randomly if you live near each other, or if you bump into each other often. They could kind of almost strategize something like that, to where they just bump into you out of nowhere. But I'm not in any rush. Let's just go with the flow and see where it takes us. I don't want to be tamed. You can ride along with me, but I can't give you any promises. So exactly. And then the last one we have is block. I am not open to talk right now. And what I'm getting with that is that they could not be open to talk about deeper levels of like commitment. So this is somebody who wants to kind of remain free, or remain kind of like they can't give you any promises. And again, it's because they have a lot of anxiety right now to deal with, to cope with. But so we'll look more in the extended, but let me go ahead and pull from the bowl. This does not have to resonate. If it doesn't connect with you, then no worries at all. If you did resonate with this reading and you're new here, you may resonate with the last reading I did before this one, because it's a similar group of people, I feel. So you may want to turn down the volume as well. This could be a little bit loud. I'm also hearing some of you how you'll either know who they are, or when you do talk again, they always, I can't talk in this reading, they almost feel very antsy about where they're going. Like maybe they're always looking for like, what are we going to do next? Where are we going? They're kind of like they can't sit still, or that's just kind of their energy overall. They always have something else to do, or something else going on, or it's like an excuse for them to kind of take the escape route. Even if they enjoy spending time with you, they just have a hard time sitting in place. So in terms of names, we have Alyssa with a Y. We have Marjorie, Debbie, Shauna, Leslie, Olga, Tanika, Morgan, Dustin, Chloe, Lynn, Alicia, with the SH. Telma, Adriana, Rebecca, Natalie, Carrie with a K, Lauren or Lorene, Victor, Sam, Karina, Elvit, Javier, Tara Ray, Liwanda, and that is it for names. Then we have here locations: Denmark, Poland, Dallas, Miami, Atlanta, Brazil, Omaha, and we have Scorpio Sun, Artist, Fair Skin, and we have 30s. So somebody here could be in their 30s as well. So I'm going to go over to the extended. This was definitely a longer one, but hopefully it could resonate with whoever needs to hear it. Let me know if you'd like to, how it connects with you, or if any of these details resonate. And if you'd like to join over in the extended, the link will be down below. And if not, thank you so much for being here. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care and lots of love.